Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's quick homeowner tips session. I'm Paul Singh with Petra Cephas, residential mortgage broker. And joining me today is Anil, a trusted and knowledgeable homeowner insurance agent. Anil, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Paul. Very, very glad to be here. I'm very excited to share some valuable tips and insights to some of our upcoming home buyers.
Awesome. Anil, to kick off, could you briefly explain what homeowner insurance cover and why it's important for every homeowner?
Yes, absolutely, Paul. So, homeowners insurances, there are a few major areas of coverage that most of the homeowners policies typically will have.
Mhm.
One is your dwelling. That's essentially what the insurance company has assessed your home to be worth, should it ever need to get rebuilt. Now, keep in mind, your purchase price may not reflect that amount. It's just purely based on what size of the house they have estimated at that to be worth, should they ever rebuild it. That's number one. Number two is going to be your personal property, things that you own in your house that you can take with you. For example, your furniture and your clothes. That's basically a percentage of your dwelling amount. So it's not something you want to, drop or reduce. You can increase it if you feel you have more, but that's the percentage. Then you have a liability coverage. So that's a protection of lawsuits on you. If someone gets injured in your property, they sue you, you typically want to have a higher limit on that, and we typically want to see that around $500,000. Another area of coverage is additional living expenses. So if your home is damaged and you have to live in a hotel, for example, you want to make sure your loss of use coverage protects you and pays out enough from the insurance company so you don't have to shell out any additional dollars to be staying somewhere in a hotel, for example.
Oh, thanks, Anil. What are the common homeowner insurance mistake you frequently see that homeowner should avoid?
Absolutely, Paul. Yeah, this is a great question, and I want to go over some points here. So one, let's just say you are you have a policy from an ABC company and your coverage is too low.
Mhm.
That'd be one area of concern I would definitely want to address. Number two is you've gone through upgrades in your house. Like, for example, you have upgraded your basement,
Mhm.
but that's not reflected on your policy. You definitely want to address that, right? And then you are definitely you're expecting, your homeowner insurance company to have coverage for flood and earthquake.
Mhm.
Your agent hasn't told you that these two are not included by default. Flood is always going to be a standalone policy.
Mhm.
So if you're moving into a new neighborhood, I would encourage you to consider having that for a couple of years, just so you are comfortable with any flooding in the areas are not a concern for you. And earthquakes are typically an endorsement on the homeowners insurance policy.
Mhm.
Not every company offers it, but I have enough options here that I could add it if you wanted me to give you that extra peace of mind. Another area of neglect is the deductible is too high. I have seen usually people having deductible as much as $10,000. That really is not a good way to have your policy structured, because in the loss, there's no way you're going to have $10,000 to shell out on the spot to fix that issue. Another area of neglect is, a lot of insurance policies have a hurricane as a percentage of the dwelling amount. For example, if your dwelling is $1 million and it's 1%, that's $10,000 on the hurricane damage. That's a lot of money as well. So keep your, close eye on those coverages and make sure you have a good agent on your side to help you guide you, build a good policy for you.
Oh, very insightful, Anil. So can you provide our viewer with some of the actionable tip to ensure that they're getting the most value out of their homeowner insurance?
Absolutely, sure, Paul. Thank you so much. So, being a choice agent, meaning I have over 35 different companies that I work with, my job is to make sure you are having the best policy with the best companies that we work with, right? That's number one. Number two is not always revisiting your policy every year may not be the best way to do it. You want to have a look at it every so often just to make sure you have the right coverages and right premiums, that you're comfortable paying. Another area of savings could be also to perhaps bundling. We do have a lot of auto carriers that we work with, but that may or may not always be the best option, because a home, a carrier could be very good in a certain zip code where they may not have a good auto option for you. So it just depends on the situation. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you have an agent who's protecting you and giving you all that insightful information. Having a security system, for instance, could get you some discounts. Again, it's something we always talk about. We go over some options and we'll educate our clients all the process through.
That's a great advice. Fantastic. Thank you again, Anil, and thank you all for joining us today on the Homeowner Tips webcast. For mortgage and homeowner question, feel free to reach out to me as well. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next time.